I'm Jonathan Robinson, and this is Fred Buzz. Hello again, welcome back to the Fred Buzz. If you have never tuned into the Fred Buzz before, it is the show where every week I go through YouTube, I find the best sort of guitar content, whether it be lessons or demos or just jams or whatever, and I bring it to you so that you don't have to sit through and sift through hours and hours and hours of YouTube videos to find cool things to watch. That being said, today is actually a special edition of the Fred Buzz. So I'm gonna be doing something a little different today. In the shop the other morning when we were sort of brainstorming on video ideas, Derek and Baxter and I were sitting around and we were talking about a particular artist that we all really enjoy and about his songs and just YouTube in general. And it led to this discussion about how, you know, the sort of rock stars and the guitar heroes of today, for a lot of people, they're actually these YouTube guys. A lot like the video Paul Davids did a few weeks ago that we featured, where he had the 10 different YouTubers jam over a track. A lot of those guys, you know, I mean, obviously they have careers and they've played live, or maybe they have a band, but you know, they're sort of YouTubers. In fact, in the way that they have a dedicated YouTube channel and they're bringing lessons or content or talks. You know, and some of them are session guys. I mean, obviously that's not all they do, but they have like YouTube accounts where they're bringing you videos. But we were talking about guys who are artists and how hard it is these days, especially to get people to listen to your music. Sometimes just putting it out there does not seem to be enough. So today I'm gonna bring you 5 of my favorite artists who have stuff on YouTube, but they're not doing demos, they're not doing random things. They are mostly about their songs. A lot of it is original music. Obviously there are some covers too, but hopefully there are people you haven't listened to, and even if they are, hopefully it will inspire you guys to get out and dig through and find some artists on YouTube or wherever it is that you listen to music, Pandora, Spotify, whatever, Instagram, and check them out. Because it's tricky out there for artists these days. So all that being said, sorry for my long-winded intro. Let's dig right in. This is the guy that we were talking about. This first guy, he's probably not a guy that I'd normally listen to, but Derek here at the shop loves him. We listen to his music all the time. He has really grown on me. His name is Ruston Kelly. So I don't know if you guys are aware of him. He's a songwriter. He's in Nashville. He was married to Casey Musgraves. Could be wrong, but I don't believe he is anymore. But yeah, married to Casey Musgraves at one point. So a fairly successful songwriter. He's had cuts for some you know, fairly major artists like Tim McGraw, but his own music is fantastic. It's got such a cool sound. He's got a really cool voice. It'll probably either be your thing or not, since it has such a unique sound, but he's definitely worth checking out. He's a great songwriter. I'm gonna put a link. There's one called Ruston Kelly Live at Grimey's. Grimey's is a record shop in Nashville, and I believe this is it is definitely a live recording of tunes from his last record, which is a great album, by the way. So check that out. Check out this video. I'm also gonna link a video. There's an album that he put out, and I think it was called like Dirt Emo Volume 1, where it's just him covering these sort of like old emo songs like Dashboard Confessional, stuff like that. But there's one where he does Teenage Dirtbag by a band called Wheatus, and he turns it into such a pretty cool song. It's just funny. It's awesome. So if you like me, that stuff is nostalgic for you and you enjoyed it, you'll dig his versions of it. So I'm gonna link that too, and it's a live version. So Ruston Kelly live at Grimey's and Ruston Kelly Teenage Dirtbag live. So check that out and check out Ruston Kelly. Now the second one, these guys actually do have a big YouTube page, but it's almost all, you know, them putting out these killer covers. They put out their on original music as well, and occasionally there's, you know, a gear thing or a demo thing, but mostly it's just them playing in their room. They are 2 sisters, Megan and Rebecca. I have put out a video of theirs before on the Fred Buzz, but it's been a while, which is why I included them today, and it's Larkin Poe, and I love them. And I know a lot of people are aware of them, but I feel like, you know, it's you know, a certain circuit of people who listen to that kind of stuff are aware of them. So, which probably a lot of you guys, because they're, you know, obviously they're great guitar players. One of the sisters is a fantastic slide, sort of lap steel dobro player. They just have great voices. They have great harmonies. Their songs are cool. they're just awesome. So they, run in some of the same circles with guys like Joe Bonamassa and Eric Gales, and just they're just awesome. I think it's Rebecca that is actually married to Tyler Bryant. Tyler Bryant, the Shakedown, another fantastic artist. So check him out as well if you haven't. But anyways, I linked to 2 videos of theirs as well. One is Heart These Dreams, Larkin Poe cover. So like I said, they put out covers all the time, and it's just the 2 of them. They do fantastic arrangements, fantastic vocals. This is a really cool take on a Heart song. They have a billion cool covers. So when you click on this video, go check it out. The other thing I put is a DIY guitar unboxing a Blackguard Telecaster. So I guess Rebecca gets a new Telly, which is like in silver sparkle. It's pretty amazing. That's a short video. Check that out as well. So that sort of covers your gear lust part of the Fret Buzz for this week. So, Larkin Poe, like I said, they're a big channel. I feel like people do know about them. This next guy, I don't know how many of you will have ever heard of him. He's actually relatively local to us. He's in North Carolina. His name is Jonathan Byrd. He is a fantastic songwriter. He's been doing it forever, and here's what I think is amazing about what he does. He puts out a 3-hour live stream every single Wednesday night from a tiny little place up near Chapel Hill called the Kraken. And the stream, the quality is incredible. I mean, he's figured that out. He figured that out a while ago, so way ahead of the curve. He's been doing this for a while, and he does it every Wednesday night, and it is overwhelmingly original material. And not only does he pack the place, people watch the stream, and he has just figured out how to build this little empire. In fact, some of his stuff, you'll hear people call him the king of North Carolina. I mean, he's just fantastic. He has a rabid fan base, and for good reason. So if you were ever in North Carolina on a Wednesday night, check out the Kraken and Jonathan Byrd. Obviously, when things are, when we're back to sort of normal times and venues are open. Now most of it is just streaming. But in normal times, it's an absolutely fantastic experience. So, killer guitar playing. He's got a guitar player named Johnny Waken. Amazing strat tones, great player. So you'll dig that for guitar stuff. And he's just a great songwriter. He also does a thing every day, and I think it's called Lunch with Byrd. In fact, I linked to one of those, the one from the day of our actual little video shoot here. So in its number 98, it's called Mama's Got Wheels, and I think there's another song on the edge, I believe. But just really cool. So his name's Jonathan Byrd. I also linked to one of the 3-hour live concert deals. So check both of those out. Like I said, really cool streams. The guy is a prolific writer, and he's just an artist in the truest sense of the word. And if you're in North Carolina, if you're near us, he's fairly near to you, so check him out. I will tell you a fun, quick story. He has such a rabid sort of fan base here that there was, I think, the week of like the Americana Music Awards in Nashville in, I guess it was 2019. He was going to Nashville. It was a Wednesday night. They had not missed a Wednesday night in however many years. And so a lot of the local musicians in the Triangle area in North Carolina decided they would do a tribute. Miss Rebecca Newton, who is an awesome friend of mine, put it together. And I actually got to go pretend to sort of be Johnny Waken for most of the night in the house band. It was so much fun learning his tunes. It was so much fun doing that in live streaming. It was really cool. So that's how big of a fan base he has, that on the night that he couldn't do his Wednesday night live stream, there was a tribute act to him, which is really cool. And his band, man, I can't remember. I should know this. It's like, it's Jonathan Byrd and the Pickup Cowboys, I believe, which is really cool. So anyways, check him out. All kinds of stuff from folk to like pretty hard, like bluesy rock. Hopefully you dig him. Speaking of bluesy rock, the next band I'm going to link you to, and they don't have as much stuff on YouTube. It's there. All their music is on YouTube. Most of the live stuff from them on YouTube is other people filming them. Some of you will know of this band. Probably a lot of you may not, but it's called the Allman Betts Band. Now, I just think this is a great story. So actually, or obviously, Allman Betts, both pretty huge names in the world of, blues rock, sort of southern rock, jam band kind of stuff. And we've got right here 2 sons of basically royalty in that world. So we've got Devin Allman, who is Greg Allman's son. And then we have Dwayne Betts, who is Dickie Betts' son, and obviously named after the late Dwayne Allman. So these guys have both been, putting out music for a long time. They got together and decided to sort of carry on the legacy of their dads, and they have a band together. They're way more than just a Allman Brothers tribute band. They have their own original music. They've got music out now. It's pretty darn fantastic. It's just great guitar-based jams. If you like that sort of Southern rock jam band stuff that I do, I believe you will enjoy them. And I just want to support these guys because I love that they're sort of keeping that legacy alive. I'm going to link to one of their newest tunes called Airboats and Cocaine. I believe it's the official lyric video. I'm also going to link to something that's not on their channel, but it is a full set of them at the Crescent City Blues and Barbecue Festival. So it's an hour and a half long, roundabout. Really great stuff. They always have cool guitars. The people in their band are fantastic. The band is tight. Cool vocals, great guitar playing. Check them out, the Allman Betts Band. Another guy that I'm going to put on here, and this is a guy that I've been aware of for a long time. He's a little different than these other folks. There's generally no vocals in his music. He's just an instrumental guitar player, sort of in the vein of Chet Atkins, Tommy Emmanuel. But I think he's got his own flavor. And again, he's really known in some circles, but I think, all the time I run into people and ask them about him and they're not aware. But Mr. Doyle Dykes, and he's just such a fantastic guitar player. He was a Taylor guy forever. Now I believe he's with Guild Guitars. He did an album not long ago where he sort of got back to his roots and recorded a lot of stuff on old sort of vintage Gretches and electric hollow body guitars like that. I'm going to link to a video of his called Return to Avalon. And believe it or not, or it's his version of Return to Avalon. Believe it or not, I first heard him in a gas station between the little town, Hamlet, North Carolina, I grew up in, and Charleston. When I was going to school in Charleston, which that didn't last very long, I fairly quickly decided that was not for me. But when I was going back and forth, I used to stop at this same little like Stuckey's travel center. One day I hear this amazing guitar playing, on the radio in the shop. I think I was with one of my good friends, and we were both like, wow, this is fantastic. All these cool harmonics. We asked the dude behind the counter, what is this? And he's like, this is a guy that I love named Doyle Dykes. And we both went, we looked him up, and we're pretty floored that somebody could play guitar like that. That was way outside of my purview at the time. And it has always been inspiring. There is no way I would spend the hours to learn to do that sort of fingerstyle thing that these guys do, that Chet Atkins thing. But man, I love listening to it, and I just love watching it. And he's so fun to watch. He does really cool medleys. He does great original stuff. So if you've never checked out Doyle Dykes, check him out. Not a ton of subscribers on his YouTube at all, but he does fairly consistently put out videos. Joe Robinson would have been in this list for me too, but he was another guy that actually inspired this special edition of Fret Buzz today because I linked to one of his videos last time. So Joe Robinson kind of sometimes is in the same vein as Doyle Dykes when he does his fingerstyle stuff. Check him out as well. Obviously, I won't link to the video since I linked to him last week. So if you're interested in him, check out last week's episode of the Fret Buzz and catch the link to Joe Robinson's channel. I want to give a shout out to a channel. These guys actually emailed me this week about Fret Buzz, and it was kind of perfect timing since I knew I was going to do this because it is a channel all about original music, but it's a bit of a special twist. It's actually called Autism Rocks, which is really cool. There's a guy named Micah who is autistic, but he plays keys and he sings, he writes original songs, and he writes cool parodies, and his dad plays guitar. His dad is Danny. They emailed me. They're putting out some original music. There's actually an album release on November 29th, which happens to be my birthday, so that is awesome. I'll be tuning in on my birthday. But check them out, man. Really, really cool channel. Really cool sort of calls. I think, Micah has some trouble sometimes communicating, and it sounds like music really helps him. And so I think this channel is a great idea for him to be able to put himself out there and express himself and be creative. And it's actually really pretty fun music. And I love seeing him and his dad sort of work together. It's obvious they have fun. So again, it's Autism Rocks. Check it out. I put the link to them talking about the album release that's going to be on November 29th, and then you can find all the other videos of theirs from there. There's a ton of good ones. In the spirit of the show, I'm not going to do a jam track of the week this time, but I'd love to hear if you guys write music or you play music, you play covers, put them out there. But I'd love to hear original music. So if you have old videos of your original music, re-release it and hashtag us on Instagram or YouTube or wherever. The Fret Buzz, Jonathan Robinson Music, Casino Guitars. We'll take a look at them and we'll share the ones that we come across. I've been trying to share a few of your guys' videos from the Fret Buzz Jams on Instagram. So we appreciate you tagging us and appreciate you doing them. I think that's super fun. I'm gonna tag or post the link to one of my original songs from a cool local venue called The Rooster's Wife in Aberdeen, North Carolina as well. And again, if you dig it, go subscribe to my channel. I'm putting out some stuff there now that sort of goes along with the stuff we do here at Casino, and I appreciate your subscriptions immensely. A lot of you guys have already subscribed. I've kind of been blown away by it, and I'm really grateful. Thank you so much for checking it out and for all the kind words and the encouragement. So that's been fantastic. Remember, like I always say, if you have a beard like me or know someone who does, check out www.thebeardstruggle.com. Use my discount code. It's JRmusic15. You'll get 15% off anything on the site. That's a great thing for Christmas and stuff coming up, especially, like I said, for bearded guitar players. We love that kind of thing. Make sure you hit like and subscribe. Click on the bell so you don't miss any videos coming out. We shot some pretty funny ones, I think, that are absolutely ridiculous this week. So you don't want to miss Baxter and I making a fool out of ourselves on camera. That seems to be sort of what we do best. So anyways, thanks for hanging out with us. I'll see you next week on the Fret Buzz. Have a great day. Talk to you soon.